Let's hear a story.
Hey! There's no need for this.
Friends, they say scouts sing the best songs, but we berserkers know many tales, and much goodly lore from the old days too. Let me tell you a tale from the bright green days of Midgard's youth, so that you may judge my warrior's gift with words. Ages ago, the two tribes of gods were at war. The Aesir and the Valhalla. After...
Hold on, good Scott. All right, back to the story.
Ages ago, the two tribes of gods were at war. The Aesir and the Valhalla. After years of strife, they sat down to talk of peace. In the hall where the gods swore their peaces, they shared beds, taking a sweep and spitting the rinds into a bowl. The bowl left to ferment. From this bowl, in time, was born the wise man, Kvasir, who knew clever things. Kvasir traveled the 9 worlds, teaching, until he was slain by greedy dwarves who wished his secrets for themselves. Seeing what was done, Odin and the gods took back Kvasir's bowl, from which they brewed.
Is there a cease called among you?
Not of the Ugly was an excellent
Sing us a
sailor.
song.
There!
Let's go, FBK! Odin takes the souls, we take the silver! Come, help me with this. Give me a hand!
Watch my back. Take it!
Eivor, come here a moment.
give me a hand with this. All right, you have what we came for. Let's go.
Good day.
Wife, a scholar who spent her days reading ancient tomes and deciphering the secrets of the desert.
Good day. I will see you later, friend. So long.
What have you got for me today?
Cast about this land, my friend. Your baker is done, Tavin. And our feasting table will be warmer for it.
Eivor, that is kind of you. I hope one day I can repay you.
You are among friends here. There's no need.
No need, but a desire. An earnest one. I remember the good things people do for me. To warm my heart in times when kindnesses are few and far between. There was one more thing, though, if you had a moment. A grain merchant has set up downriver. I want to bring a half-dozen bags home, but I would need an extra pair of hands.
I can lend a hand.
That's a relief. I did not fancy asking Holger.
Tarbin, what brought you to our clan?
Your reputation. Heard folk say a band of hard-drinking, battle-scarred warriors had washed up on shore. Said you had settled in the center of Mercia, taking in whatever flotsam, jetsam, and jumble of misfits came to your docks.
And this appealed to you?
More than anything. Always been a bit of a drifter. The thought of settling in a rowdy camp felt like a good balance. And being a baker, I knew my services would not be sniffed at.
I did not take you for a baker when we met. You have the look of someone who swings an axe.
I do hear that a lot.
But baking is your only craft, is that right?
I have always enjoyed it. And I have always been good at it. But when I'm not able to find such work, I take odd jobs where I can. So long as I can work with my hands.
Well, we have that in common.
A question, Eivor. You're a warrior, a fighter. That much I know. But if you could stop fighting, what would you do?
You asked the wrong question. I can stop fighting, but to do so would be to deny the essence of who I am. I think you mean, if I had to stop fighting, what would I become?
No, you've given me the answer I wanted. It's good you found what calls you. A rare and happy thing.
Yes, I see you both. What can I... It's you. What are you doing in Mercia?
Collecting grain. 30 silver's worth if you can spare it. I do have the coin.
Right. Well... take what you need and get going.
That should cover it. Thank you kindly.
Of course. And you take good care of yourself. Yeah?
Is that your usual vendor? He seemed a little surprised to see you.
Did he? Well, could be he knows somebody who looks like me. There's no shortage of big bearded men around here, yeah?
I suppose not. About your question earlier, what would I do if I weren't a warrior? I would ask the same of you. Is baking bread your greatest wish?
Is there something wrong with wanting to bake bread? The Romans baked bread. The Egyptians baked bread.
It is a fine trade. But is it your calling?
It is my calling to feed people, I'd say. To be of service to those I care for, and who care for me. That brings me joy.
But that way, it is a noble pursuit.
I don't know that it's noble. It is simply what gets me up in the morning. It gives me purpose for the rest of my day.
Need help with your grain?
No need, no need. I'll do the rest myself. Bring it in and put it where I like.
All right. It was good to speak with you, Tobin. A welcome diversion.
You too, Eivor. Thank you for your help.
The Wolfgar. So glad to see you.
Eivor? A moment.
Tekla, you look like you wrestled a bear. Is something wrong?
Gods, Eivor, I was robbed on the road between here and Lincoln.
By who? Did you get a good look at them?
They were Saxons, I know that much. A pack of them lifted 4 barrels of my ale and all the coin I had on me. The biggest one pulled me off my horse and stuck his mouth in my ear, said, "Tell Guthban we expected him home soon."
Guthban? That's Battlebone in the Saxon tongue. Are you sure?
That's what he said. It's not someone here, is it?
Not that I know of.
I do not begrudge us taking in orphans, Eivor, but some of these Saxons, we hardly know them. You ought to ask around.
A good idea. You take care of yourself. Let me see to this.
Thank you, Eivor.
Tarbin, do you have a second? I was wondering if...
I am Guthban, Eivor. It means Battlebone. Not the name of a jeery baker, is it?
Not one who bakes bread, no. So, how did you earn this name?
Before I came here, I lived another life. A brutal, bloody life. I served with a gang of mercenaries. I was their weapon, roaming the wilds of England. Did whatever they asked of me, and all they asked was violence. When I left, I laid this sword on the grass and made a vow. I swore never to spill another drop of blood, to abandon acts of violence, to never kill again.
A hard promise for a hard man.
It wasn't, not for me. This life here is all I've ever wanted. I've never been more at peace. This is my doing. I brought all this upon. It is down to me to fix it.
Tarbin, by threatening you, they threaten my clan. I cannot allow that.
These men are foul, Eivor. You should not have to fight my battles for me.
Do you not hear me, Tarbin? If they threaten you, they threaten me. So let us face them. Together.
Very well. Meet me outside when you're ready. I believe I know where they will be.
If you wish to face your old friends, I'm ready when you are.
Good. I'll lead the way. I want you to know, should it come to blows with my old crew, I can handle it myself. Forgiving me is all the work you need to do.
There's nothing to forgive. You walked away. They pursued. By accident. Done to protect my child.
You're living the life you want, aren't you?
Before we are spotted, tell me what I should expect here. Will they attack us on sight?
I shouldn't think so. No. Nothing like that. It's not how Wilf operates. Yes, he's a clever one. And rather kind when you meet him. Makes you feel like you're a friend. Family. I met him a decade ago, and he was the first person to truly welcome me. To see some value in me. He told me I had a gift. For intimidation. Persuasion. Violence. Just by the size and strength of me, he knew how to use me.
So what do they want from you now?
They'll want me back. They'll want me to be the man they think I am. Monstrous and massive. Wilf and them were the only family I had then. But their love was conditional. Wilf only loves what he owns.
So what do you intend?
I know I won't go back. I don't want more blood on my hands. But apart from that, it's hard to say. Who knows what they have in mind?
Go!
We're stopping.
That house, there. They're likely within. It won't look like much, Eivor. But don't be fooled. And don't take Wilf lightly, charming as he seems. The man is a serpent.
I've met plenty of charmers who turned out to be snakes.
I know. Only a warning. Let's go inside.
Gothman, my boy, as I live and breathe, you got my message. And you brought a friend. Who might you be, Dane? His new leash?
I am Eivor, and the woman you robbed was one of my clan. That will not stand.
I know. I'm busted up about it. But tell Tekla, was it? Tell her that her ale is some of the finest we've tasted.
I am done with you, Wilf.
But we are not done with you, boy. We gave you food, shelter, ale to drink, riches galore. We made you who you are.
For all you did for him, he repaid you with blood and sweat. Did he not?
You're a fiery one, I like that. But the ink was dried on this deal well before your number arrived in England. If you wish to clear Tarbin's name, I'm happy to help with that. It's only a small matter of cost. Some weeks back, soldiers confiscated my personal wares, shall we say. Tried to confiscate me as well, but I gave them the slip. If you're keen, you could recover my belongings and return them to me. Do that, and your name is clear.
I can't. I promised myself I would leave all this behind. But...
If it will clear Tarbin's name, we will recover what is yours. Where are these soldiers?
Camped not far to the west. A battalion of bloated, brainwashed military men. You can't miss it for the smell.
Wait here, then. We will return before you sprout another pair of horns.
God go with you, Eivor.
Eivor, this isn't your fight. You don't need to do this.
But I am. Now listen. When we reach the camp, leave everything to me. I will find Wilf's goods and bring them to you. If I'm spotted, it won't be pretty. Many may die, and I do not want you involved. You must not break your vow.
No vow stands above my duty to my friends, Eivor. I could not leave you alone with them should they attack.
If it comes to that. Stand aside until then.
I will. You have...
All right. Wait here. Stay out of sight.
I'll keep the rat busy!
We have the advantage. Excuse you.
Together, lads, we have this.
With me here.
good edge on you. Vengeance is mine!
We have the advantage.
Can't hold out much longer.
Too slow!
Damn coward! God damn you! Around the side! Damn you!
Found it!
I did. Let's bring this back to Wealth.
You handled that better than I would have.
What sort of work you did with Wilf and your family of marauders?
A quick robbery like this? Killed the helpless, cheated the dimwit. We were lower than slugs. I shudder to remember our best days, and I weep for our worst.
Let it go, then. Remember only what makes you a better man.
They have returned.
We have your goods.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Put them there.
The ledger.
Of course. Happy to honor it. My goodness, such a lack of trust these days. It's a dark age, no mistake.
That's it then. We're done?
Aye. You are free to walk from this place and live as Tobin the boring bread maker for the rest of your days. But you, Eivor, if you ever get tired of the settled life, we could always use a thief with your skills. Think about it.
to instill all their skill and knowledge. The boy was to be a union of their love. But then it...
Bleeding dunghill! I'll gut your core!
They will attack our side. Carbon, are you satisfied?
Yes. I cannot thank you enough, Eivor. I feared the worst when I heard my old moniker, Guthban. Hadn't heard it in years. Dredges up fearful memories.
I imagine. How did you fall in with that bunch?
After my mother died, I sought family. Wilf offered it. He looked at me, took me in and told me who I was. Who I could be. I don't crave that belonging anymore. Among you lot, people accept me as I am. The greatest gift I ever got. Peace.
Many men are calm because they've never known a storm. You weathered the storm and worked through it. That is a rare thing.
That means a lot. Thank you.
Yeah! Yeah!
It's good to be home again. That is, if I haven't robbed myself of the pleasure of calling it home.
Tarban, in spite of all, you're welcome here. And you owe us nothing but the work you love.
Right. Payment in fresh loaves of bread. I can manage that.
But first, one scrap of your past remains.
Right. The ledger.
Toss it, and purge the past.
With pleasure.
Good day.
Gilbert, are you well?
I am, but I wish I could have risen to the challenge put before us, instead of just hiding here in the Longhouse.
You were exactly where you needed to be, defending the people, and yourself.
I know.
Our forces outside were sufficient, and your father would have many unkind words for me if anything had happened to you.
I know. I only wish my father's long shadow didn't darken my prospects here. I want to learn from you, not watch you.
I have no doubt. Next time, then. I want to see the Alliance map. Those Dane invaders, they came from East Anglia, is that right?
Yes. Dane invaders who serve a man called Rued. He seems to be sowing discord among Saxons and friendly Danes alike. Years ago, the sons of Ragnar hoped to pacify the land. They appointed a steward named Finnir to find a suitable Saxon king. But the kingdom has fallen into ruins since, with no king and violent raiders ravaging what little peace remains. I suggest you make for East Anglia and find out what their steward is doing wrong.
We'll make the trip east then. Speak to this Finnear myself.
A good plan.
I should go.
Yeah.
And your oars! Strike up a tune. Sail out! Sing us a song.
Know this, but Ragnar Lothbrok once asked me to lead his early assault on England myself. This would have been 8, maybe 10 years back. It's hard to say. The winters blow into one another like a great white fog. But I remember as if it were yesterday. Ragnar appeared at my home unannounced. Naturally, I welcomed him. He had traveled a great distance only to see me. So I poured him ale and fed him bread, and listened as he talked. He was feeling anxious about his journey, leading so many men into such a great war. It was a burden he could not handle. It was then, with tears wetting his lids, that he said, "That be the art of war.
Save it for later." Norwich, suffering hard times, I see.
What? What's happening?
Finnear?
Oh, no, not unless Halfdan sent you.
Let's pretend Halfdan did send me. Then we pretend you're Finnear, his steward of East Anglia.
Right.
How do you expect to find a king for this kingdom when this is the speed you work at?
I found him already. And as soon as he's married, we'll plunk his ass down on that throne.
Which man?
You know, stranger, you interrupted a beautiful dream. I was sailing through Helheim, drifting on a ship of fire.
Dreams of death often run ahead of the real thing.
Oh, wouldn't that be a burden off my shoulders? What business have you with the backwater king, anyway?
Danes from here attacked my clan. I want to know why, and how to make sure it never happens again.
Ah, that would be Rued's clan. They killed the last man I put here, Adelstan. I suspect they'll do the same to our next monarch.
A Dane who can't keep the Danes in line. Not much of a steward, are you?
If I knew how, I'd have rid our lands of them long ago. Rued's clan plagues us all, Dane and Saxon alike.
You are the sorriest soldier I've met in this country. Kick your king in the arse and fight back!
He needs more than a kicking. He's got nothing he should have to win this fight. No courage, no army, no charisma. If he wants to live longer than a season, he'll need the backing of his bride's family, which he hasn't. They loathe the maggot.
Who is he, your king maggot?
Oswald of Elmenham. He was King Edmund's counsel before the invasions. And like it or not, he's the last Saxon noble with any sway.
Why not crown a Dane instead?
Halfdan Jarl made it clear. He wants a Saxon king married to a Dane, for a greater show of unity. But Oswald's not the sort of man you'd chase into battle with a grin. He's soft. The settled Danes don't trust him.
Where is he now? I'll get the measure of him, see what I can do.
You just missed him. He's headed for Elmenham just now, pleading once again for peace. If you go by the north gates and along the road, you may catch him.
Like wolves, killing and burning us.
Built myself a home here. Rued's clan attacked us as well.
Oh, how nice to have a home to speak of, man. Mine was burnt to the ground years ago. And by whom, I wonder?
Please, all of you, be we Dane or Saxon, we all want the same peace. With land to till and home to keep. Without fear of Rued's violence.
Till they break the peace with another bleeding raid.
Nonsense. Their homes are here now. Same as ours, our futures run together, not apart.
So what are these Danes attacking us, eh? What will you do about them?
When I am king... When I am your king, I'll set things right.
You will be king when I'm a flying troll.
I'm Eivor of the Raven clan. Are you Oswald?
I am. You're not here to kill me, are you?
I'm not in the habit of killing kings, but I do like meeting them.
I am Oswald, yes. For as long as I can hold out.
So, what happened here, Oswald?
A clan, led by a Dane called Rued, attacked this morning. They've been sacking farms and hamlets across East Anglia for some time now, growing more brazen by the day.
Do they know this is Halfton's land?
They must. They just don't care.
Their chaos has touched my home as well, and I'm here to see that it doesn't happen again. Lately, I've come to learn that you are the hook that all hopes hang upon. As king, you could unite all the Saxons and friendly Danes.
A minor weight to bear, isn't it?
Who else, if not a king, should bear it?
Travel with me, Eivor. We can discuss my tenuous future on the road home.
What begs your attention in Elmenham?
Wedding preparations. Elmam is on guard as we ready my marriage to the Dane woman Valdis. She's a cousin of Halfton's.
Good. A well-matched marriage can forge a strong alliance. So what's the holdup?
The holdup? I don't yet have permission to marry Valdis. Her brothers don't approve of me. Slow down. Something is not quite right here.
Hold. There's smoke ahead.
That's beatnik. It could be the same men who attacked at the walls of Norwich.
Stay here. I'll have a look. The guards here are vigilant.
It makes my guts all wobbly with glee. I never knew you as a man given to verse. Hey now!
That should be the last of these pig-faced guards. Oswald will be relieved to know this. Rued's clan. They left none alive.
God rest their souls. I'm needed at home to make yet another fruitless attempt to impress my betrothed family.
Show more grit than you're showing me now, and they may start to like you.
Yes, sorry, I'm just shaken. If you joined us at dinner, that might ease their minds a touch. Think about it. My doors are open to you.
I'd be happy to join you. Tell me when and where.
Wonderful. Visit us in Elmham whenever you have time.
It's worse here than I feared.